Hey,
Hey you.
how are ya?
Hold on. No audio. Are you there?
I'm here.
This meeting is being
Nice to see
recorded.
you.
You too. Look at all these note takers. You guys are getting on the bandwagon. Hey,
Yep.
Harry. Good to see you. How was your trip?
Phenomenal.
Yay.
Hey, I love Utah.
Nice. I like it better in the winter.
You can have it in the winter. I noticed it was like really cold that night there.
Yeah.
It's not good for my Florida blood.
No. You got that thin blood. You're cold all the time.
I am now a wuss. I used to be a New Englander. Now I'm a wuss.
Yeah. Now you're wearing a winter coat when it's 50 degrees. That type of guy. I know. I
And
know you.
mittens.
I know you Florida people. I'd be in shorts and a t-shirt and there'd be people in winter coats.
Yeah, exactly. We used
David, how you feeling, David George Brooks?
Hanging in there. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I got a COVID house right now, so yeah, glad we're meeting on Zoom. I've I've disinfected my house twice now. All right. Welcome everyone. Today is going to rock your world. I'm super excited. We're going to have check-ins and we're going to have structured check-ins this morning. Let me let Melissa in. And Nagore's here. Morning, Melissa. Morning, Nagore. Morning, Nikki. All right. So our check-ins, here's what I want to know. Your intro paragraph, your who do you know email, how is the engagement going? How are your lists of prospects coming along? Do you have them all tracking? And how is your outreach going? I know it sounds like a lot, but let's go over it. How's your intro paragraph? Done, completed, posted in the group.
Oh, that part
Awesome.
no.
Post it in the group so everybody has it, and I'm going to put them all together in a guide, and we'll have each other's intro paragraphs. Your who do you know email, did it go out to at least 10 people? If your who do you know email is not done yet, get it done. How's engagement going? What questions do you have on that? Lists of people, list of prospects. I write mine down. So I have about 50 hot prospects right now to invite to my challenge this month. They're written on a piece of paper. So I remember. They're in my system, yes, but I need to remember who those people are for when they show up in my comments or in my messenger. And how is your outreach going? Those are the things I want to know. I want you to do this as quick as possible so we can get to the meat of our learning today, which is phenomenal. We're going to go over your refined marketing statement and how you can customize that for every person that you meet. And then we're going to go over how to actually take that marketing statement and customize it for whoever is in front of you, as long as they're interested in working with you. And then the last thing we're going to go over today is your quantifiable end result of people working with you, so that when you're talking to a prospect and they may be on the fence, maybe they don't quite understand what they're getting, which let me tell you, this used to happen to me all the time. I would pitch myself about working with me, and here's what you're going to get. You're going to get all these resources and this and this and this, but I wouldn't connect with them emotionally. How are they going to feel when they're done working with me? So this is really key. Good morning, Denise. Okay, let's start our check-in. Who wants to go first?
This is David. I'll go.
All right.
Let's see. So my intro is done. My who do you know is done. Those are both posted in the group. My engagement has been good. I've been posting on LinkedIn every day for like the last week plus.
Excellent.
Every day. I even started on Alignable yesterday. As far as outreach goes and actually seeking people out, I've failed miserably at that. But I've
Okay.
been stupid busy. But what else? And I have 3 networking events between today and tomorrow that I'm going to.
Okay.
So, what else?
That's it. That's
Okay, good.
perfect.
Thanks.
So for those networking events, and this goes for all of you, if you're going to networking events, be intentional about it and pick 1 or 2 people to connect with. Don't try to connect with 30 or 40 people at the meeting. That's just asinine and ridiculous. It's too many people. So go to a meeting and pick the 2 best people, meaning the outgoing ones, the funny ones, the really good connected ones. Like, check them out on LinkedIn and say, oh, this person has my same ideal client, and connect with them. That's your lecture on networking. Don't try to have one-on-ones with 30 people. Okay. All right. Who's next? Harry, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Let's do it.
Have an intro paragraph, not posted anywhere.
Okay.
I do not have a who do you know email, but I love the idea of it, and I have
Okay.
this list of prospects written down. No, but I love the idea. We used to call those hot sheets back in the
Yeah, baby.
quantifiable end result. I kind of use that. How much better will you feel about yourself and your business when you're selling? I'm not saying you're going to make 6 figures, because that's just the way I am. So
Yeah.
is that quantifiable enough?
Yes.
Okay, good. I love it. And outreach, I've been reaching out to Rotary clubs right now, so I can be many to one to many, whatever that is.
Great.
And hopefully I'll get some hits on that.
Okay. So the intro paragraph, the who do you know email are both in the Facebook group. Lots of examples.
Okay.
David's is great. Charlotte's is great. She says hello, by the way. She's away this week. Melissa's is great. So there's my examples and other people's examples for you to check out. Nikki's is great also. So when you're done with those, post them in the group.
Will do.
Okay. All right, Nikki, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I did post my intro paragraph, the 2 and the who do you know. I'm still refining it. Like, I want to come up with you said to lose the spiritual. So I'm looking to refine it a little bit and come up with something different. The who do you know email I sent out to 1 person.
Mm-hmm.
Engagement, I have not been posting content of late on social media, so that's something that I want to get back into. I have a list of prospects, but it's just a list. I haven't done really anything with it.
Okay.
Outreach, just through my networking that I'm doing. I do have a sales call scheduled tomorrow with someone who has worked with me in the past, so there's a really good chance that she's going to want to work with me again. And that's my update.
Okay. Content. Your ideal client most likely is on LinkedIn if you are positioned properly. You can charge more for an executive working with you than, a network marketing person that you meet on Facebook working with you. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at your content strategy.
Okay. I could charge more for an executive?
Mm-hmm.
Be a different person than I've targeted. Would be a new type of person.
Yeah. And we can talk more about that.
Okay.
But by targeting spiritual people, people who identify with that tend not to be, and I'm just going to say it since you all know me and I love myself some good woo-woo. They're not real business people.
Okay.
Real business people don't say that before and it's just a fact that somebody who owns a $10 million a year company, they might be spiritual and go to church and have their crystals in their bra, but they don't say it on social media.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
And yes, I do have crystals in my bra. So Mike is laughing. Mike is laughing. All right, Nikki, and just message me and we can talk more about that. Woo woo is no from Charlie. Excellent. Thank you. Melissa, you ready to check in?
Sure. I'm not sure if I got everything, but as you said earlier, my intro paragraphs are done. My who do you know email is done. I just need to post it in the group. And I do consistently post on social media, probably a little less over the past week. I've had my sister here from Australia, so I really haven't been able to do really full days. In fact, in some cases, not worked at all. So that's a little behind, but it's there. Reach outs regarding my main program. So I've been struggling a bit, not struggling, let's not say that word. I have been working on how I'm repackaging what I do. You know about that, Suzanne. And so I think there's been a little bit of like a pause with me on that because I was really trying to figure out, like, really hone in more on my ideal client. And I think I've cracked that code very recently, which I also shared with you. So now that I have that, I'm spending this Friday um, organizing what my program looks like and writing that list out, like starting. That's it. Okay.
Good.
Well, there we go.
Excellent. I don't know, for some reason my recording stopped and restarted, but
Hmm.
it's all restarted, so we're good. Let's see, Charlie, you're next.
Hi, everybody. So I have two versions of my intro paragraph. I had not put anything into the group yet, but I'm field testing the intros and they seem to be working. I did it with my clients and said, what do you think of this? And they helped me reshape it from their point of view and say, well, wait a minute, Charlie, this is what you really do.
Mm,
Oh, that's interesting. So
that's good.
I've incorporated that into it. No woo-woo, all, tangible outcomes that we're trying to do. I put together a list of my 20 people, famous 20. I've gotten engagement. Let me see, eight meetings with people who could be potential clients or referral partners. I've done that. I'm putting together my list of prospects. I'm up to like 15 of those. And I tried something. Those that understand Sajad and the fact you always got to be pitching. And I kept pushing back and saying, no, Charlie doesn't do that. Friday afternoon, I'm sitting here at my desk and I have a guy across from me and I can just feel the emotion. And he says, what do we do next? And I said, we get started. Well, what's that look like? And I explained it to him and he said, great. So I just finished my second meeting with him already. I'll have another with him on Friday and I'll be able to convert him into a $20,000 program within a month. So
Nice.
again, the idea is,
Right.
I've had these conversations with David Brook and with Jason and others is that, I gotta seize the moment. The world's attention span is under a minute and I gotta keep pace with that. I think I'm trying to sell a novel when everybody wants a haiku poem. So
Yeah.
that's what I gotta do.
Yeah, and I think we all have to remember that pitching is not, Charlie, you got to buy my stuff. Charlie, you got to work with me. Charlie, buy my stuff. Buy my stuff. That's not pitching. Pitching is providing value, asking the person if they need your help. That's it. It's being of service. And if the answer's no, the answer's no. You're not going to keep going.
Well, just to punctuate it so we can get on to everybody else, Suzanne.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there and he basically says, like, what are we going to do? And I said, whoa, time out. I said, that's not what this meeting was about. I didn't come here. This is not a sales conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody referred you to me and I'm trying to give you value. Did you get value? Oh, yeah. Well, what'd you get out of it? 1, 2, 3. I said, what do you want to do with that? He says, I want to work with you.
Great.
So that was the closing thing. So anyway.
Nice.
Excellent. Good job, Charlie.
Thank you, Suzanne.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
And thank you. This group is so supportive. I just love being here. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. DGB, you're up next.
STK, good morning, everybody. Congratulations, Charlie, by the way. That's fantastic news. Let's see, a couple of things. Intro paragraph, working on, have it finished this week, put it in the group. Who do you know? Email, same thing, working on, we'll put it in the group in the post to the group this week. Engagement invites. My primary thing is my Gratitude Infusion Mastermind, which happens to be today. I've got 110 people registered for it, so it's been definitely growing, which is exciting. And then I'm going to be doing an up level to a higher level paid course as well. And then outreach, I've been doing 5 to 10 every week, primarily previous speaking clients, but also Harry mentioned this too. I'm back doing Rotaries, Chambers, Kiwanis, Lions, schools, hospitals, prisons, that kind of thing, and to get the speaker list filled week in and week out. So a couple good things, a couple I got to get done. So that's my check-in.
Awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Denise.
Sorry, I don't have my actual mouse, so I'm doing weird stuff here with the computer. Okay, so what's going on? I have my my statement. I'll put that in the Facebook group, Idea Lab or
Growth Intentions in
Growth
our
Intentions.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. For whatever reason, it's like a Monday to me. I actually do not. I used to have a.
Oh,
you.
bless you.
I used
Thank
to
you.
have a who do you know who email, and so I'll work on that. Outreach, what I've been doing outreach wise is kind of a little here and there. I've had a couple of calls here and there, so I've been connecting with people there. I'm heading out of town. I'll be gone like out of Minnesota for 6 weeks. So this is kind of an interesting time for me because I'm not selling my one-on-one coaching. I'm actually focused on my my platform. So I've been working on some new videos for that. So I've actually been focusing on that rather than personal outreach. Though that said, I've been doing a lot with email. I think that's what I've got going on.
Awesome. Okay. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Judy.
Okay, so the intro and the who do you know have been posted in the group.
Great.
Engagement, I'm usually pretty consistent with meeting the people, you know, over time. I've done no work since last Wednesday because I've been out of town. But, you know, before that and going forward, I've got stuff set up. Prospects, I've got a list. I'm refining it. It doesn't have all the numbers up to the amount I want, but it's in process, and so I'm working with that. And yeah, I've got several collaborative things in process, so I'm happy about where that is based on my goal for the quarter.
Who else is doing any collaborations? I'll share a couple details. Melissa, anyone else? Judy. Okay. All right. Judy, I'll share some insights about collaboration with you and Melissa that came from a conversation with a coach friend of mine that blew the top of my head off, and I'll send you a message or we'll talk about that. Just remind me because I'll forget.
Okay.
Judy, how about your list of your prospects and people you've been connecting with them?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Very good. Nagor, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Excellent.
So I'm working on my intro paragraph, and so also the who do you know email. I'm doing outreach, and I'm planning to make a video content and want to share on every platform.
Nice.
And recently closed one new client, Dorothy. I'm building a quiz funnel for her. So
Nice.
yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well on your way. So when you're done with those, examples are in the Facebook group. Just scroll down. I'll tag anybody who still needs intro paragraph and stuff. I'll tag you in the comments so you know where those examples are. And if you need feedback on yours, just tag me or message me that you're ready for some feedback. Mike, do you want to check in with us?
I'm happy to. I'm here because Suzanne says she's got great content. She invited me to participate. So let me therefore answer the question. I had my intro paragraph. I thought was pretty good. Suzanne, in our last call today, has suggested some changes. So there will be some changes, but I have at least a start on it. Who do you know? In the same way, but I'm going to be modifying based on the feedback I got this morning. Engagement, I probably have had the most engaging week that I've had probably in months, or last 7 days. It feels good. I just want to try to keep that momentum going. The list, I've revised that list because I found it was a little bit dated. So it's been updated. I appreciate the opportunity just to listen in with you guys. Appreciate you welcoming me.
Anytime you want to join us, Mike, you're welcome. And I want to just celebrate, Mike has 150 past podcast episodes of guests to reach out to who could be potential clients for him. And he already has a relationship with all of those people. How cool is that? Pretty cool.
Thank you, Suzanne.
You're welcome. Todd, last but not least today. Oh no, we have Melissa too. Go ahead.
So I don't have these aspects done. I've had some work travel, and we had a death in the family, so I have some catching up to do. And then 2 weeks into the future, I'm traveling again, so I'm going to be a little bit intermittent, but look forward to catching back up when I'm physically in town.
You got it. If you need examples of, the emails and the intro paragraph, they're all in the Facebook group.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the link for the Facebook group, if I can ask.
Yeah, I'll grab
it. Thank you.
Yeah. Melissa.
You've already got me.
Did I? Yes.
Yep.
All right.
No worries.
Everybody shifted. Is there anybody that I missed? I didn't miss anybody, right? Okay. Awesome. All right, let's dive in. Get your pen ready. Here we go. I help blank achieve blank without blank by blank. I'll repeat it. I help blank achieve blank without blank by blank. You're going to fill in those blanks. Go ahead, Denise.
Okay, I have different blanks. I help professional women curate a healthy lifestyle that works for them without stress, overwhelm, or skipping dessert so they can finally reach their personal and professional goals.
Excellent. Now, beautiful. Now, where it says I help, I want you to understand, no matter who you're in front of and what you do for a living, you can change that I help to I coach, I guide, I motivate, I inspire. So if I was talking to Judy, I would say I inspire or I motivate. If I was talking to Charlie, because he's more of a guide and helps you find what's next, I'm going to say I guide. If I'm talking to Denise, I'm going to say help, because she's a health coach helping people get healthier. So you have to pick the words that resonate with your ideal client who's in front of you. Make sense? Harry would be motivate. I motivate. I motivate you to be the best version of yourself, right? Okay. Now, when you have this statement, we're going to take it to the next level. Does anybody need help with their statement? Because we've done this before. Okay. Now, here's the next level of it. And this is the mindset piece of it, is that when you have the confidence in your product or your service, and I call this healthcare selling. When I was selling something, when somebody had a cavity and they needed a filling, and I was selling this $900 solution, I was the utmost confident that they needed it, and it was the best course of treatment. That's healthcare selling. You have to be as confident in your own offer as a solution as if it was going to be a healthcare thing. Like, you know, it's the solution. So here's the mindset shift. If you can make your ideal client believe that your solution is the only way to get to what they want, there's no objections. None. That's when you have people saying, oh, wait, how do I work with you? Like Charlie did the other day. So here's your sentence. If you can make blank, believe that blank is the only way to get blank, and the only way to get that is your offer, then all objections become irrelevant. So I'm going to do Melissa's.
Wait, can you repeat the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing? If you can make blank,
I'm going to
believe
do
that
it
blank.
for you because I'm going to use you as an example since I
All
know
right.
your offer.
Okay.
If you can make entrepreneurs believe that knowing their ideal client so deeply is the only way to get people reaching out to them on social media organically, and the only way to do that is your offer, all objections become irrelevant. And you can play with those fill in the blanks, right? You know your offer better than I do. So for Harry, if he can make his TikTok viewers, which his TikToks are awesome, if you haven't followed Harry on TikTok, if you can make your TikTok viewers believe that doing better at sales is the only way to get the clients they desire or make the money they desire, and the only way to do that is working with you, no objections.
Can you give us the template again?
Yes.
With the blanks in it, thank you.
If you can make blank, believe that blank is the only way to get blank, and the only way to get that is your offer, then all objections become irrelevant. And bonus points if your third blank is an emotional connection. Being emotionally connected to your people, and that's going to get us to the next step of what we're going to go over today. All right, so spend a few minutes and think about what you want your blanks to be and how on the fly you could shift them for the person in front of you based on their values, their morals, what they do for a living, and all that good stuff. So let's play with David for a little bit. If he can make a person, what's a person called that hires speakers? Like an event producer. If he can make an event producer believe that engaging their employees is the only way to get an improved culture, and the only way to do that is hiring him to speak, they're not going to object to hire him. Because gratitude improves company culture. So this is a way of thinking about what you do in the eyes of your prospects or who you want to hire you. If gratitude improves company culture, why wouldn't they want to hire David to come to speak? If sales improvement improves the bottom line of the company and makes your sales staff more productive, why wouldn't they want to hire Harry? And you see where I'm going with this, right? finding that emotional connection to what you do, tying it to the person who's going to hire you is key. That, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes to work on yours. And if you have any questions, just unmute and ask.
Okay.
And if somebody wants to read theirs, what you've come up with, that's good too. Go ahead, Melissa.
So I'm going to start it off a little bit differently. I'm going to add something at the beginning because I was learning about how this would be really cool when you're introducing yourself. But and I'm still working on this because this is my change, by the way, to my niching down. Okay. So you know those coaches who are doing pretty well, but they really want to get to the next level in their business and they're not really sure how to get there. Well, I help those coaches achieve next level business growth without burnout through highly targeted brand strategy and proven marketing systems.
I love it.
Is it good?
I love it.
All
and
right.
the only tweak,
Mm-hmm.
how does that coach self-identify?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
this
the
is
only tweak. How do I know if I'm one of those coaches that needs that?
yeah. So that's what I was trying to figure out is like, is that a identification of like income level or because it kind of is like, you know, like maybe they're doing this kind of thing. They have some income in it that's roller coaster a
I
little bit,
like
but they
that.
want to even that out. Or it's a really calling out like where they're at. But I think it's a little bit, I don't know. I that's the target right there. It's not somebody who's just starting out. It's not somebody who's struggle bus. It's somebody who's been working with clients
Yeah.
and they've got a system. They need to break free and they need to get to that next level.
All right. So I hate income classifications like 5-figure, 6-figure.
Yeah.
Everybody does that. So let's ditch that idea.
Yep.
What if you said something like seasoned coaches, experienced coaches? You could even toss in, if you dare, 10,000 hour coaches.
Okay. And you like the next level biz growth or like, okay.
Yeah, I do like that. Any other input for Melissa?
I would agree, stay away from the dollars and cents because that just automatically people see that and, you know,
Yeah, it's
they're
like, yeah.
you know, they just, and so they just stop. They're not even listening or at all. The 10,000 hour thing I think is interesting. Will everybody understand what that is? That would be my only question on that.
And my retort on that is the ones who understand it are it.
Would be our client.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
I knew
it's
what,
like
I knew what you were talking about, but I just wanted to put that out there.
it's the jargon. Like jargon is the brand part of the brand too. Like what is your ideal client saying? How are they calling themselves? So I like that.
Yeah. I know when I kind of hit that number, I was like, oh, that means I'm like a master certified coach then, right? Because mastery is 10,000 hours. So you could even say master level coaches. That might resonate. Masculine. Seasoned would be more feminine.
I like seasoned.
Think Mike, masculine, feminine.
Yeah. Especially if I, really want to target female coaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Denise, and then we'll go to Nikki.
Okay, so the one thing that I struggle with, like, is kind of what we were just talking with Melissa about, is that, I work with professional women, lawyers, doctors, CPAs, those people. Because what I've said in the past, I've said business women, and I've gotten people all over the place. And, I don't resonate with people who have a job, like just, I mean, I'm living here in Rochester, people either are shopkeepers or they work at the clinic. That's kind of what it is. The shop owner people are not really the people that I resonate with. So, I've been using the phrase professional women, and I don't know. I mean, is that what's a better way to address those particular people in those positions?
Yeah, I would definitely take that to Chat GPT and ask it. Give me 10 other phrases that would resonate, and say doctors, nurses, attorneys, and list all the professions, and then ask it for some ideas, and then test it out with a couple posts and see.
Hey, do you mind if I ask a quick question of Denise?
Sure.
Okay, Denise, what is it like? Who do you really want? Is it like a mid-level professional, like mid-level managers, people like that?
It is the people who, well, no, because when I think of middle management, I think of when I was working in corporate. I was a manager, and I had people underneath me, but I still really wasn't at that level. I hate to say intellectually, but experientially. Is that the right word? Experience wise, to even understand what a coach could help me with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really people who are, have been in their careers for 15 years and more.
Are they leaders?
Yes.
Okay.
Experience.
And I have worked with business women and leaders. I've been kind of flip-flopping those. Yeah.
You could, and you could test out how using the Fortune 1000 or working with Fortune 500 leaders to working with Fortune 1000 leaders to,
I think this is a really good exercise in getting super niche on the demographic first, like really like niche, and then going from there, because you're going to find that there's leaders all over the place.
Yeah.
But
and there's people who consider themselves leaders who might not really be your person.
Right.
I have a lot of that here in Rochester.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't do any networking here locally, because the people just, there really are not enough people in my niche, just because of the area that I live in. Like I said, they're shopkeepers, farmers, or they work at the clinic. And we have 2,000 doctors here.
You know what also might help is, and I think people forget this, is niching on the problem too. Niching on the problem you're solving will sometimes back into the right audience. Just think about it that way. And also consider, are you solving a problem, or are they achieving a desire? There's two different ways to look at things. Is it a desire they really want? Because, if you're considering what you're doing is kind of an upper level, like almost like a luxury service, right? If that's where you're headed, you want to think about, does Louis Vuitton, sell a bag because they're saying, oh, well, we're solving the problem of you having a place to put your stuff? No.
Yeah.
They're not solving that problem. They're not solving a problem really at all.
It's a pretty bag.
Yes. Well, it's I want to look like better. I want to be a higher class or something like that.
Yeah, it's a status symbol.
Status symbol. Thank you.
That's something else you can take to Chat GPT and ask, based on your ideal client. You could do that. Let's go to Nikki and Charlie, then we'll come to you.
Okay, well, I'm glad you mentioned ChatGPT because I did that. I have a document of like 10 to 15 client case studies with who they were, the problem they had, and what was their result. And I put it into ChatGPT. But what came out of it, I don't know if it's specific enough because in my framework, if I can help people pleasers and perfectionists master the communication skills they need. I don't think they're walking around thinking, I've got to master my communication skills. But the promise, the result is to achieve virtually any result you want. It's too general because everybody who has paid me to work with me has had different problems. So when I put the results that clients have achieved, ChatGPT said whether it's launching a thriving CBD business, doubling an email list, or finding newfound confidence. I don't want to help people. I can't help people launch a business. I don't want to be the person who helps you build email lists because that's, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what ChatGPT gave me. The other 3 specifics is that I help people conquer self-doubt, navigate family conflicts, and rejuvenate stagnant businesses. I don't want to brand myself as that because I'm not going to help people with their business. I have a hard time helping myself with my business. So that's where my issue has been. It's like, what do I help people solve since I'm really working with the intangible, the limiting beliefs, the internal conflict, the negative emotions. I'm kind of like what Melissa said about the Louis Vuitton. I'm really not helping people solve a specific problem that I can just stand behind and always talk to. I'm helping them with that. It's more of a luxury item. Like,
yeah, it's more of a the person who believes that working on themselves is going to get them the results they want, either in their relationships or their work or
right. This has been a 6-year I've been working on niching down and playing with my message since 2017 because the result isn't
I'm going to share a superhero document with you, Nikki. That is a series of prompts that takes you through a superhero exercise. It's kind of based in StoryBrand, and you do it in ChatGPT and see what you come up with from it. It helped me quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Charlie.
All right. Okay. If you can make purpose-driven executives on the back nine of their careers believe that becoming their future best self is the only way to land them more clients, find deeper meaning, and find more time to have fun moving forward, and the only way to get that is my offer, all objectives are irrelevant.
Awesome. How's that feel?
I'm grateful. Did you hear that, David? I'm grateful. So anyway, but that's it. You know, when I take a look at clients, they're usually, 50 and up, male or female, and they're worried about their future, but they don't know who they're going to be in their future. And they all want things. They want more clients because they still want to work, or more jobs, whatever it might be. They want to find deeper meaning. Is this all there is, Charlie? I feel empty. I do all this work, make all this money, but I feel empty. And they want more fun to have fun. They have grandkids, they have kids, they want to do things. So
yeah, nice.
And that's, I can't guarantee, as somebody said earlier, I can't guarantee that, but I'll work my ass off trying to make it happen with them. I'm a done with you program, not a done for you program.
I even like that.
Why? Why does that resonate?
Because I never got that in the beginning of my search for a coach, my search for business help. I never got done with you.
That's because the coach didn't make the emotional investment in you, woman.
I know. And that's why I do things different.
They give you a bunch of facts and say, work it out, see you later, have a great life. But put something on my LinkedIn telling me you're great. So that's anyway, but no, it's yeah.
Okay. Judy.
Okay, so if I can get frustrated coaches to know that transforming subconscious beliefs is essential to their client's success, and that I'm the best way to do that, then all objections become irrelevant.
Nice.
Wow, short and sweet. Well done.
Short and sweet. Really good. Beautiful. All right, let's, if no other questions, we're going to move on to your quantifiable end result. And there can be numerous quantifiable end results. And Nikki, it might help you to know these and work your way backwards. So what's the difference between a program that sells and one that doesn't? Anybody know? What's the difference between a product that sells for $60 and one that sells for $6,000?
Advertising.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Perceived value.
Perceived value, which all goes to the quantifiable, tangible, gotta hold it, gotta hold a quantifiable end result. So early in my health coaching days, I was so successful with my health coaching business. It was in person. My clients walked in the door and hired me. I was the only choice, so it was kind of perfect. They walked in the door, they took an exercise class with me, and they were like, I'll have what she's having. How did you do that? How did you perform like that? How are you comfortable in front of the room? How are you that strong, that flexible, whatever the definitions were? And how do I do it? And because I embodied that result, I sold more of my coaching program. So there was two parts of my coaching program back then. It was weight loss and fitness. By combining the two, I made it more valuable. Not only are you going to lose weight, but you're going to get fitter. Packaging it together with the quantifiable result, you'll lose 10 pounds a month for the next 3 months. Here's the package. Now, I couldn't guarantee that they were going to lose 10 pounds, but if they did what I said, ate what I said, and exercised like I said, 9 times out of 10, they were going to lose 10 pounds a month for the next 3 months. So I put a guarantee on it. Lose 10 pounds a month for the next 3 months, or you get a month on me free. Quantifiable end result. I'm going to lose 30 pounds at the end of this program. Now, when your customers complete your program, I want you to make a list right now of the end result. Do at least 10 end results from your program. Tie them to emotions. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more alive. You're going to feel more energized. You're going to feel more passionate, more grounded, more centered. All the words, like I'm looking at each of you and thinking of words. My next note for you is people spend money because they have a goal and they believe that you have information or motivation or skills that will help them reach that goal. That's it. They only care about the destination. They don't care how you get them there. How you get them there, they don't. Go ahead, Denise.
And it's so funny that you just said that, because we have this conversation all the time about our websites spewing all of the, we do this, you get this, and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And I totally went through my website yesterday after our conversation. I was like, oh shit, I say way too much. Like, you're right. They want to know this is it. This is the destination. They don't need to know all of the ins and outs. So it's just so funny that you just said that, because I literally, after our conversation yesterday, went back and changed some stuff on my website.
Yeah.
Hey, Denise, why do you think all of us are so hell-bent on sharing our great and wonderful how we do what we do? Why is that?
I think because we don't, I don't know, if do we not value the destination? Like, we know that we can get the people to this goal. We don't talk about the goal enough because we all enjoy the process. I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the process, that, we have these steps. This is what we do. In my 12 weeks, we do this, and then we do this, and we do this. We do that because of this.
That's a little ego, I would say, right? Like a little like, oh, our process is going to get you there. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's the old what, why, and how thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get caught up in our own details.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're all magical, and we want people to realize the magic. So we use words to describe the magic instead of having them experience the magic, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a note I made today. I have a client who's a travel agent. Does she talk about plane rides? No, 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 no. And this really hit me when I was writing up her story. I was like, she doesn't ever talk about the 12-hour plane ride to get to Fiji. No, she talks about the overwater bungalows and the smell and the food and the destination. So my next thing I wrote down was, why is that so hard? No potential traveler wants to know all the features of the plane, the food that's on the plane, how the plane was built, or why it's such an incredible aircraft. They want to know about the vacation destination. So think about your own product or service the same way. They don't care about the plane, they care about the destination. It's the same with digital products. Most people sell in all of our industries. When you go to social media, most people sell all the features, all the modules, how many lessons, how long the lessons are. You're going to get 7 hours of video training. Sounds horrible. Not buying that. How many cheat sheets, checklists, how many coaching calls per week? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. Talk about confusing your clients. It also, when you talk about all of those features and it comes down to price, like, oh, this is worth this is worth that, you're implying that it's those things that are worth money, not the destination, not the relationship with you, not working with you. It's working with you that's the value. God, I was on fire when I wrote these notes. This is awesome. We don't have magic wands. So when selling our programs, we must focus on that magic wand would do for a customer if it existed. So there's going to be work involved. There's going to be modules. There's going to be videos. But what if you could go swing and the result is right now? What is it? And that's that promise of a quantifiable end result. So if your promise at the end of a program is to be a better speaker, that's going to be a hard sell. What's better? Landing your first speaking gig, doubling your speaking fees. So you see how it's more tangible. Being a better speaker, kind of vague. Being a better leader, kind of vague. But your first paid speaking gig, doubling your speaking fees, winning a corporate event, tangible end result. Okay, one more note. People don't buy products, people buy solutions. Every product is the answer to a problem. If you are hungry, you go buy food. If your house is hot, you buy air conditioning. If you're bored, you buy a movie. So what's your problem and what's the solution? My last thing to share, when you share testimonials or client results, it will be easier to enroll people from social media. And here's what I noticed about myself. Yes, Harry, sell the hole, not the drill. Nobody ever went to Home Depot to buy a drill who wasn't buying it to solve a problem. So sharing testimonials, make sure you're sharing it from the perspective of the end result. When someone asks me my favorite client story, I always share the story of Michael Gross, the wingman. He did not have a business when I was having coffee with him one day. He had a hobby of waking up in the morning and filming a video for Facebook that was positive and motivational. And he called himself the wingman. Hey, it's Michael Gross, your wingman. He's got great videos and a great Facebook group. And we're having coffee one day. And I said, how's the Facebook group? He's like, oh, I got 6,000 people. I was like, what? 6,000 people? I said, are you getting them on your email list? No. Are you selling them anything? No. Are you speaking anywhere? No. Would you like to monetize your business? He was like, yes. So it was a simple sell. Simple. He had the people. He had the hobby. He loved what he did, but he was making no money doing it. So I said, he's like, well, I don't have any money to hire you. I said, okay, let me help you for a couple months and get you making some money, and then we'll talk about you hiring me. In 3 months, he had a $5,000 a month membership, all from that Facebook group. I love that story. I love it because of the end result. And when I share it, it's all about that end result, $5,000 a month. He goes off to Thailand for 3 months every year with his wife, has an income from his hobby. I love that story. So your mission this month is to really start cultivating those stories with your clients from the perspective. They can be clients from 10 years ago. I don't care. You're going to rewrite those stories from the perspective of the end result and share them as a post or as a case study. It doesn't have to be anything formal. Charlie, I'll do one for you. And we make a post of it on social media about where I was before you and I worked together last year and what I got out of, what was my end result after doing that work with you.
I still haven't seen a residual check.
Bringing you along with me, my friend.
That's okay. I love the ride.
So from that end result, and I could even go back to my very first health coaching client. Her end result was losing weight, but it was confidence and increased vitality. And that's how you're going to share those stories. One a week. Okay, questions before we wrap up. We got 1 minute left. Questions.
I just put something in the chat. I have a mentee who I helped. She said I changed her life based on some sales guidance. So she created this nice long video. I needed to do something with it. I feel a little weird because they didn't charge her for anything, but who needs to know that, right?
Yeah, no, transcribe it for one. You could take clips of it and whatever she says about you, use that as a promotion.
Okay.
If you want to share it with me, I'll take a look at it for you.
Okay.
Some more ideas.
All right.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Takeaways from today. David George Brooke.
I just need to get this stuff into the Facebook group ASAP.
Okay. Charlie, takeaway.
More execution, less thinking.
Awesome. Denise, takeaway.
Too many. Being concise.
Okay. Perfect. Nagore, takeaway.
Focus on client's transformation.
Love it. Melissa, takeaway.
Kind of like Denise, too much stuff going on. All of the things. Let's just say I like the idea of the quantifiable end result.
Beautiful. And your quantifiable end result is organized. For me, number one, my content is organized into a system and I know exactly what I'm doing, when I'm posting it, how I'm posting it, why I'm posting it.
That's awesome.
Mike O'Neill, takeaway.
Feelings over thoughts.
Nice. Good. Nikki, takeaway.
My takeaway is I'm going to chunk up my quantifiable end results because I just wrote out seven of them and they're really awesome, but I don't feel comfortable saying that's what I help you do because I feel they got that result on their own after changing what's in here. So I want to find a way to stand behind these results and just chunk them up a little bit. I'll message you.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll talk about that. David, takeaway.
Yeah, I really like that if I can make a framework to help me really think differently about what it is I provide my clients. I love that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Harry.
Yeah, I love what David just said. That framework is awesome, really confidence boosting. So thank you for that.
Welcome. Judy.
I've got to figure out what my quantifiable end results are and go back and use some of my testimonials and rewrite them for the result.
Okay. Number one for you, Judy, is clarity. Clarity. Clearing out the cobwebs goes with head trash. Clearing out the cobwebs so you get to clarity. That's emotional for me. Talk more about that if you want.
I'd love to. Thanks.
Okay.